Alright.
Hey guys, it's Steiner here again. Welcome back to another Drivecast.
Yay!
And today
Yes.
we're here with Jaciel, Cordoba, and everyone else here, Cam, Jack, and Speedway. And any of you guys want to say the topics?
Yeah, sure. So obviously we've got Jaciel today. We're going to be asking him a few questions. He's only going to be here for about 15 minutes or so, so we'll try and get the most out of him. As well as that, we're going to be talking about E3, Need for Speed, and a few other things which have been happening in the last week in the world of cars, gaming, and what else. So without further ado, let's get into this episode of Drivecast. So Jaciel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jaciel Cordoba. I am a newscaster in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I do the morning news and the 12 o'clock news here, Monday through Friday. WFMZ-TV is an independent station in Allentown. We serve Bethlehem, Easton, and Allentown, Phillipsburg, New Jersey, and the whole Philadelphia, Pennsylvania region. But our primary focus is the Lehigh Valley, which is north of Philadelphia. And I've been the anchor here for 11 years. And
11 years.
bringing people the news, yeah. Every morning early, I have to be at work at 4 in the morning. I'm sorry, 4 in the morning.
I couldn't imagine waking up at 4 every morning, every day.
Yeah, I usually actually wake up at around 3, quarter to 3 or 3 o'clock, sometimes 2:30, just depending on the day. So it's an early start for me.
So what time do you go to sleep? Because I mean those.
Usually 6 hours before, so usually 9 o'clock at night, which is way too late. But it just so happens after you get off of work, just the stuff you do after work, it just ends up taking me a long time to get to bed. So I try for 8, but it usually ends up being 8:30 or 9.
Yeah. My dad, he does that as well. He goes to bed at like 12, wakes up at like 3 or 4 because he has to work down in Philly every day. So he takes the turnpike like every day just to get from our house to Philadelphia and come home. And he usually only sleeps like 3 hours. So
Is that right? He goes to bed at midnight?
around, yeah, usually during the summer.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, what actually inspired you to become a newscaster and kind of join media generally? Like, what made you think one day, I just want to become a newscaster and I want to do this? Like, what initially made you take that first step?
I say that when I was in high school, I was good in English class. I was a good English student, and I thought the sound of journalism sounded kind of boring to me at first, but then actually I looked into it and thought about it, and I said, well, maybe this might be a viable career. So I ended up in college majoring in journalism. It was just something about the field that attracted me, and I wasn't really sure what it was, but I ended up just going ahead with that. And as I got toward the end of college, I took on a couple of internships at a newspaper, at a television station, and at a radio station. And I found that I enjoyed the television station the most. I felt like it was more of a social environment. You get to talk to people a little more. Whereas if you were at the newspaper, everybody was working on their own one story, and they had their heads in their computer on their story, and it just wasn't as much of a social environment. So I just felt a little more at ease with the TV station. So that's the area that I decided to pursue.
Is it quite a relaxed environment behind the scenes? Or is it quite... Because, I mean, you're all up early in the morning.
You can't be too crazy that early in the morning. I would say it is relaxed. I would definitely say it's relaxed. It's more relaxed in the morning than it is during the day, because during the day it's more everybody's there, whereas in the morning it's just a few people, and people are kind of just waking up, so it's not too intense. Yeah. But we still have to be, we still have to look like we're awake, even if we're not.
Has there ever been a situation where you've been newscasting and you're literally just nodding off, like you're sort of slowly falling asleep?
Absolutely. It happens quite often. I can be reading a story and literally falling asleep while I'm reading. And sometimes when I'm waiting to read, I can, kind of nod off a little bit. So it definitely happens. And it's a little unnerving because you feel like you're going to fall over, but you can't, because you're working.
That's actually kind of like when you're watching the news, it always looks like that everyone's always awake and alive, but then like hearing that, you're falling asleep while you're reading the news. That's quite comical.
Yeah.
That's quite
Yeah,
comical.
I say it is. I don't know how I can't even explain how that works or how it happens, but I have had situations where I literally feel like I've checked out in the middle of reading. And then another thing that happens is when I'm tired, I will read the wrong words. I won't say what's in front of me, and I'll stumble and I'll pick myself up, but I know the reason I stumbled is because I'm on the verge of sleep.
How do you pick yourself up from that situation? Is it easy, or do you try to invent something?
What I try to do is drink water. That can help. I'll go, like this week I went and got a cup of coffee because it was just bad, and that really helped. One day I stopped at the Dunkin' Donuts before work and got a thing of coffee, and that really helped. So you just maybe try to walk around a little bit, drink some water, just try to shake your head. I open my eyes really wide sometimes, and just try to shake myself out of it.
The best thing that gets me up in the morning is a Wawa hoagie from Wawa.
Oh, okay. What kind of meat do you put in it?
It's a BLT where I put it's just the regular meat. I think it's salami, and then we put bacon in it as well, and then pepperoni. It's really weird. Not many people like it, but for some reason that just gets me up in the morning.
That sounds really good, Jack.
So you have a sandwich in the morning, and I'm sat here eating cereal.
Now, how early do you get up?
How do I get up?
How early do you get up, Jack?
I usually get up around, well, now that summer starts, I wake up maybe like 11, 10 in the morning. But during
Okay.
school week, I usually get up 6:30ish. Because I have to be at school at 8, and I go to school in Central Catholic, which is a while from my house. And plus, with all
Is
the
that
traffic,
is that in Allentown?
Central Catholics, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
hour.
Okay, that's on is it 4th Street?
4th and Chew, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I drive by there sometimes to go to the gym in Whitehall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you all in high school?
I'm
Yeah.
in university actually.
University?
Yeah.
In Uruguay?
Yeah.
Wow.
I usually wake up at 6:40 a.m. also to go to university at 8. And the timing isn't the same as high school. You still have to put a lot of work into it. So sometimes I struggle making videos with everyone around here.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to say, you guys, with the exception of you, Cameron, the backgrounds are pretty impressive. You're in your bedroom.
I tried my best.
But
Yeah,
the dice on the back of Richard's couch there, I mean, what is that?
but
Yeah, maybe in the future we will get green screens. Everyone here. I mean,
Oh, that'd be
pretty
so
much. Jack already has like a blue screen, so
Yeah, I use my blue
You could try it.
screen. I use my blue screen as a green screen, but when I did the video, my body kind of phased through it a bit, so I was a bit transparent as I was doing the video with the blue screen.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right.
so Jaciel, this
Yeah.
is the question that we've all been itching to ask you because this is kind of where our main interest lies. It is, do you like cars?
Yeah, I like classic cars, definitely. And I have an Infiniti G35. I like that.
Whoa.
306 horsepower.
Ooh.
What kind of cars do you like?
Oh. As long as it's
Oh.
not a Prius, I like everything.
Yeah,
As
much.
long as it's not a Prius,
Yeah.
I like Skylines. I mean everything really. Japanese imports to supercars to some old muscle cars. I'm not a huge fan of American muscle, but there's definitely I mean it depends. I mean I'm a fan of everything on wheels unless it's a Prius. I
Okay.
just really don't like the Prius.
There's an America on Wheels museum right around the corner from where I live. It has a lot of classic cars in it.
I've been
So what would your favorite classic car be?
Probably Cadillac convertible from the 1950s,
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
or a
Yeah.
Lincoln. I like the Lincoln too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Lincolns were
Yeah.
the pinnacle of those cars back then.
Mm.
Yeah.
They were the leading thing of that.
What about you guys? What are your favorites?
For me, I'm more of a 90s-ish, 2000s I'm more of a modern car fan, but
Huh?
I'm actually itching to get a pretty cheap, accurate 1998 Acura Integra and then build that up to make it look kind of like cool and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, only like I just want to go on MacArthur Road and just do straight with me just having the clutch I'm gonna learn stick, so when I'm just driving down MacArthur Road, like just going as fast as I can.
I don't know where MacArthur Road is. That's really awkward.
I can.
Do you all drive now? Where do you drive now?
I'm currently learning to drive. Because
Yeah, me too.
in the UK, you have to be 17 to get your permit, and then from there, you'd obviously learn how to drive. But yeah, I'm slowly learning how to drive.
Okay.
Here, right here, for example, we have to be 18 to learn how to drive. I'm 20 right now, but my mother doesn't have a car. I don't have a car, and until I get a job, I'm practically not going to get a car. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So do you use public transportation?
Yeah, I actually do. I take a bus to go to university, and yeah, it's not a good experience, but it's what I have. Yeah.
I really dislike public transport. It's just
Yeah, it's really bad.
it's just dirty and some of the people on there. I'm not gonna name out minorities, but Jesus Christ, sometimes it's just not a good time. It's not a good time, especially in Wolverhampton where I live. It's not a great area.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going towards my house, you kind of have to go through one of the worst areas in Wolverhampton. Oh, it's not great. It's not great. All the other buses are clean. My bus isn't that clean. I'll say that much.
Then again, you go to school in a coach bus, so
Yeah. Oh well. On Fridays, Tuesdays, and Mondays, there's like a private coach that runs to Telford, which is like an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that hour-long commute you have, which kind of it's quite long. It's 1 hour each way. But yeah, a lot of the other days I do get a bus home. One question I do actually have to ask. This has been on my mind like all week. Is what type of music do you listen to?
What do I listen to? They have a Sirius radio here, Sirius XM radio. So I listen to the it's called, I think it's called Praise Station. It's Praise. It's number 33. So it has like gospel music on it, and I'd say that's pretty much what I listen to when I do listen. I don't listen to the radio that much. If I do, it's more talking, like inspirational, faith-based preaching, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not really.
Isn't Sirius like a subscription service?
XM Sirius Radio, yes, it's a subscription.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when I went to Orlando, and I was really confused because over here everything's free, and then it was like subscribe to Sirius, and you can get over like 1 million radio networks, and and I was just really confused.
Yeah, it's pay radio basically, but you get it. It comes through the satellite. It's not from like an FM or AM band. So
Yeah.
do you guys have FM and AM radio over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
We have DAB as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, DAB. I don't know. It's basically digital radio. It's just weird. It's just a weird type of radio. But okay, another question. Do you get recognized often when you just say shopping in Allentown? Like, do you actually get recognized quite a lot, or is it kind of a very like down to low thing? Or
No, I get recognized quite a lot. I was at a Steelhawks football game the other weekend, and so many people came at me at once that I literally got dizzy. It was like, what's going on? Where am I? You know, it was just too much. And they want pictures. Mostly they want to get a picture with you. And it can get crazy, yeah. So, yeah, where I go, I am recognized. And I can always tell when somebody knows me from the news and when they don't. You can just tell.
And have you ever had like a weird situation?
It's the way they look at you.
the way they look at you? What look do they give you?
It's a look of knowing. It's a look of recognition. Like, I'm looking at him, and I wonder, does he know that I know that he's who he is? You just know. Like You just know.
Yeah.
So wait,
Have you ever had like a weird situation with a fan or anything on the streets when you met a fan or anything?
Yeah, there. Some of them are weird. I can't. Nothing comes to mind right now. I remember when I was about to come out of the studio from doing we do our 12 o'clock news in downtown Allentown, right on
It
the
looks pretty cool, actually.
yeah, so right on the street with the commoners. And one day, this lady, I could tell she wanted to talk to me, so I was kind of lingering in the studio, trying not to go out and come out with her. And after she left, I went out, and then when I came out, she came from wherever she went, and then she started saying, "Hey, today is eat free at a restaurant day." I said, "No, we didn't say that. What are you talking about?" She said, "It was on the news. You can get something you can eat at a restaurant for free." I was like, "Oh, you mean that today is?" It was like, "Today is eat at a restaurant day." And she was like, "Yeah." So she said, and I called all these restaurants trying to get a meal, and they didn't give me a free meal. And I said, "Well, lady, that's not what it meant. It just meant go out and eat at a restaurant. It didn't mean that you were going to get it for free." And she said, "Well, I'm really hungry and I really wanted that free meal and I'm really just upset." I said, "Well, lady, I'm sorry. Look, I got to go." So, yeah, that was a crazy experience right there. Somebody totally misrepresented what came over the news.
I can imagine that, like, you say a news story, and then someone just accuses you of something that happened in the news story. I can just imagine that. Like,
Not my fault, lady. I'm just a messenger.
is it quite odd when you get like recognized in public, or do you kind of just like get used to it by now?
I'm used to it by now, and I actually like it. I don't mind it. It's kind of fun. Like, oh, the best time last Saturday, I went to another Steelhawks game, and when I went into the stands to sit down, there was a bunch of girls from this dance troupe called Escape, and they were like in middle school, but they were so excited to see me. You would have thought that I was Brian McKnight or somebody super famous because they were screaming and wanting to take pictures and saying, "You're on the news and you do a good job." I mean, they made me feel so good that it was just incredible. So it has its pluses and minuses. Sometimes you don't want to be bothered, but most of the time people are pretty respectful and just ask if you can have a picture, and that's it.
Yeah.
Ever since I started doing YouTube, that's kind of how like stuff got. Like ever since I actually got like popular in a sense. Like every once in a while, like I was playing this one game and some guy joins my lobby. He's like, "Hey, I watch your YouTube channel," and stuff like that. So that was really cool. How I just meet this random person who I didn't even know watched my channel, and he's like, "Hey, I know you. You do that YouTube stuff." I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never been recognized. That's probably because I've got the worst background here. But I've never been recognized. Although it would be really cool to be recognized in the street. I can just imagine, like, I mean, you'd have some people who literally would just be very awkward about it, like you said earlier on with that one lady who came and misconstrued that statement about the news. But then you have those other people that just like I just adore you, just like, "Oh my God, you're him, and you'll be doing this." Like, I don't know. It's just a thing that's really cool.
Yeah.
It is. It's nice. It's nice to be recognized, and it helps to break the ice in social situations. If you go somewhere and you don't know the people there, they recognize you, and then they come and start talking to you, so it makes it easy to get to meet people, if you know what I mean.
I've got a question. So, you guys won't be expecting this one, but do you know, we were Googling your name, and when we initially first saw you, we clicked on the videos tab, and the first video we saw was you doing modelling.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Do you remember this? And you said you wouldn't mind becoming a model. Was that sarcastic, or was that like actually genuinely, yes, I actually do want to become a model?
I think it was a genuine yes. Yeah.
It's a genuine yes.
Genuine yes.
Did it have like a slight hint of sarcasm, or was that a genuine, I want to be a model right now?
Well, they asked us to do a story on what we would do if we weren't on TV, and I think that, not that I would do that. No, you're right. There's a little sarcasm in it, but I mean, that would be fun to me. I wouldn't do it as a career, but it did look interesting, and I did enjoy pretending. It was a lot of fun. So, I wouldn't be opposed to it. And if somebody came and offered me a contract, I would say yes. I definitely would.
Really? That's
Absolutely.
That's quite surprising.
I kind of have something like
No.
that as well. Like, I wanted to be a
You would-
cop my entire life. A cop.
Uh-huh.
But I actually want to be in IT now, like IT technical stuff. But if someone,
Yeah.
like, being a cop would be fun, but I don't want to, like, actually be a cop because of other
Right.
reasons, and it's just one of those things. Same with being an actor.
You know, one of those fantasies you have, you know. Not that you would really do it, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we the only guys seeing this, or are there other people watching us now?
Oh, no.
Right
We're
now,
going to upload this to YouTube, and then there'll be like a lot of people watching this.
So we
Usually
Oh, okay.
each week on all of our
Yeah.
channels combined, it's a good couple hundred.
maybe even
Okay.
1,000 on lucky weeks.
Yeah, lucky
Yeah,
weeks we
sometimes,
get
yeah.
thousands. But it really depends week upon week. But yeah, at the moment this is kind of like a local recording, and then it'll go on YouTube probably later on today.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I actually
What's
remember
you-
to upload it.
What's your channel?
Um,
Um,
well, mine is straight up hippo. Nicholas, the one on the far left from me, he's a speedway gamer. Jax is CraptasticJack, and then
12 when I
Richard is just Niner Fan Gaming, and that's it.
we can give you links afterwards.
Yeah, we can give you links on Twitter if you
Okay.
need be.
Great.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Those were all my questions. I've seemed to run out.
Richard, you've been quiet today. You don't have anything to say?
Not really. I'm just sitting here and spectating.
How's California? What's the weather like there today?
95 degrees. It's really
Wow.
hot.
What city?
I live near San Jose. You know where that
Okay.
is? Yeah.
South.
No, it's near the San Francisco Bay.
Oh, okay. Beg your pardon.
Yeah.
San Jose is actually bigger than San Francisco in terms of population, which is odd because San Jose has like no skyscrapers or anything to actually distinguish it from a different city. Which, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then you have cities like Allentown, which are getting 33-story skyscrapers soon. With Allentown being the 224th biggest city in America, that's kind of
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So Jaciel, do you play any sports by any chance?
Yeah, well, when I have time, I will do ultimate frisbee with some mates of mine in Allentown, and then I recently started doing volleyball on Tuesdays when I can.
Nice.
Other than that, no. I used to play the tuba in high school and college for the marching band, and I used to act in plays in school and sing with the men's chorale.
You
but
used to
that's it.
act.
A little bit.
You used to
I
act.
sang more than I acted.
Uh,
Acting. I'm not sure about acting. I'm not sure whether I would ever like to become an actor. Mainly because I stutter quite a lot. That's one thing about me.
No way.
Yeah.
You can't tell me to stutter.
I can't. I can't present at the moment as it is.
Yeah, if I don't have a script, I can't talk. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the same way, Jack.
CJ, you don't have a script right now.
Well, that's.
You're talking.
Well, I know I can talk while I'm not scripted, but if I'm not scripted, I stutter a lot because that's just kind of
Yeah.
how I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I would act, but I know at the same time I'm kind of like more leaning to the engineering and stuff. So it's kind of like those decisions that kind of define your life.
I think
So,
I think
yeah.
I think I've wanted to be an entertainer for quite a while,
Yeah.
but I've just never really found until YouTube and the internet came along in 2009ish. I just didn't there wasn't a specific way to do it. I didn't want to go on TV. I didn't necessarily want to go on a different alley. I kind of wanted to stay with my hobbies and interests, but I wanted to do it in a different way. And I think with the internet coming along and YouTube and stuff, I think it's a good kind of way to do that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever told you look like an actor or someone famous? Cameron?
I'll link you actually. There's one YouTuber called VicStar123, and I'm told repeatedly that I look like this guy. I personally don't see it. I personally really don't see it. 1 second. If you just quickly look into the Skype chat, there should be a message. If you just double click the URL, it should come up.
Oh man, I don't see that. Oh wait. Okay, on the lower right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show I am. Okay. And then what?
And just click the link.
Click the link. Okay. Oh, I can see a little bit. Just a little bit.
You see?
I kind of see Michael Jackson, a young Michael Jackson with you.
A young Michael Jackson.
Have you ever heard that?
I've never. No one's ever called me a young Michael Jackson.
Let me look up a picture of Michael Jackson when he was young, actually.
Oh no.
I've seen it.
I don't remember.
I'll
I've
put it on
seen
my
it,
screen
yeah.
as well. Young Michael.
Like, I like his music, I just don't know what he looks like.
I like his music also. That's
How
why
how
I
young is it still when he has the afro?
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I can see a bit of him in this picture right here.
Okay, you link it, CJ.
No, I'll just put it up here.
No way.
I see a bit of you in that.
A little
Yeah.
bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I didn't see that before, but I guess fair enough. I mean, I haven't got any more questions. I mean, have you guys got anything else you want to add?
I have one question. What do you think about YouTube itself as a social media?
I think it's pretty neat how people can put videos on there, but it seems to have taken a back seat to Facebook and Twitter.
Twitter, I guess. Facebook
Yeah.
actually kind of dying a bit.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I've got. Do you think so? You know, you've got YouTube and you've got other ways of like streaming and watching on the internet. Do you think that TV will possibly lose its popularity due to kind of like web streaming and stuff?
Oh yeah, I think it already has to a degree. I think it has. So many people get their news and get their information from the internet now, and from the web that they don't even turn on a TV. Some people don't even have TV in their homes nowadays. So, I think to a degree it already has happened.
Yeah.
But the thing with the internet is how I like how the 15-year-old from Northampton, PA can grow a fan base just by doing YouTube videos. I like that like so much. Like I'm even being paid a bit now to do YouTube videos, so it's kind of like.
And you're only 15?
Yeah, I'm 15 right now. A bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started doing it when I was 13ish. Like I didn't do it seriously till I was like 13 or 14, but yeah, I like how.
Yeah, this is kind of foreign to me, so you have to pardon my noviceness here.
No worries, no worries. I've got another question. What is possibly the craziest experience you've had through 69 News? You know, through maybe a report or I don't know, just a general experience you've had. What's like the most outseen or just craziest thing you've done whilst being on the news?
Well, before 69 News, I was a reporter in Dayton, Ohio, and I had gone downtown to retrieve a tape for the news. And I was sitting outside the courthouse, and all of a sudden, I hear gunshots, and I see a man shot in the butt, and his pants are down, and he's on the ground with his butt in the air, and blood trickling out of his buttock like a fountain. And I was like, what in the world is going on?
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Now, it turned out he had tried to get a gun away from a deputy. He was in court on some charge or something, and he tried to get a gun away from a deputy. And I don't know if he was successful, but the deputy fired at him. And as he ran, he fell on the ground outside the courthouse and was bleeding. And I'm freaking out, thinking I'm about to get killed. So I kind of just hope that I can just melt into the back seat of the car, which was dumb. I should have just got on the floor of the car. But then they interviewed me on the news because I was there later that night. And so it was weird being interviewed on the news for witnessing this crazy event. So that stands out in my mind as the most craziest thing ever. And then later on, I went to his mom's house to interview him. And then the mom got hostile with me, and my photographer thought we were going to be attacked for asking her about her son and what happened. And because they got hostile, you know, at first they were like, oh yeah, we'll talk to you. And then when we got there, they got hostile, and we were afraid for our safety. So we ended up leaving and not really getting anything.
I can't believe the fact you've seen someone who's been shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like over here, obviously guns are illegal in the UK. So to even see a gun like that in itself is like a miracle. Like you would never see one over here. But then to actually see someone get shot, get shot for one, and then to get shot in the ass, that's another thing. Like to literally, like I wasn't sure whether to laugh or to kind of like be sorry for the guy.
Yeah.
I know. It was truly. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, the blood was coming out of his left buttock like a fountain. It was. I was just unbelievable.
I can never.
And I don't remember if he survived or not. I don't know what happened.
Were you just confused? I would just be so confused if I just walked out and saw that. Like I wouldn't know what to do. Like,
yeah,
I
was in the car. I was sitting in a car when it happened, so I was just sitting there hoping that nobody saw me and wanted to shoot me.
Wow.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
Like I've seen some crazy stuff. Just living in Northampton, which is crazy town, basically. Just like just seeing that is just wow.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, a buddy of mine just got arrested for a domestic assault thing in Nazareth. It was on the news, and it was kind of weird seeing someone that you're friends with, be, mugshot in the news.
Holy moly!
So that was kind of tough.
That's.
So let me ask, so you're 20 Speedway gainer.
Yeah,
you're
I'm 20.
15 Jack, and you're 17 Cameron, and Richard, you're how old?
I'm the same age as CJ.
He's
Okay,
15.
Jack. Yeah, 15 as well.
15. Okay. All right. Got it.
Were you expecting us to be a bit older or a bit younger?
No. I knew you were young because you told me. I think you told me you were 17 or something. I saw something somewhere that you said you were.
What were you expecting when you initially first invited to come onto the podcast?
I was expecting to just be asked about my career, and I didn't know what to expect, actually. I was just intrigued by the whole notion of it, because like I said, no one has ever asked me to do this before, ever.
Yeah, this
in
is
life.
a new experience for you, right? It's
brand new
completely
for me.
new, yeah.
Because I did see one interview you did, and I can't remember where it was. It was on the internet somewhere, and you were on a sofa, and you were talking to some other guy, and you were just there chilling out, and you were like this. You were sitting like this, and this guy was on the side, and you were just doing an interview. I can't remember who it was for, but
Oh, I know what it was. I was on. I was at Steel Stacks, which is this place here in town, and they were interviewing me for a show that they had. That's what I know. I know what you're referring to. Yeah. I was a guest. It was like a Tonight Show type thing where I was the special guest and they interviewed me. So I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's definitely the one. And you just looked so relaxed. It looked like you were in your own zone.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, after I first initially saw you on the news, I looked at a few videos and stuff, and then I actually found an alarm. I'm not sure if you remember that alarm you went. It was like, "Welcome to 69 News. Have a great day," and then try to do something your day. Where's my phone?
It's on it's on the app. They have an app with me so you can wake up to me or whatever.
I've actually got that on my phone right now. This is quite embarrassing to say, but
no, not at all. I think it's great.
1 second. I need to get the clock app open.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So have you watched us? We stream live on the air for the news. Have you ever watched us during the live streaming?
Yeah, actually, me, CJ, and a few others were actually in a call, and we were watching. Was it last week, CJ?
Yeah, last 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, and this was around the time when we actually found you, and we watched it for the first time. And compared to British like news and stuff, it was so upbeat. That's one thing about American news. It's like 69 News, and it's like keeps on bringing stuff in your face. And then in England, it's just like, "Good morning, Britain. Today, someone died, and the weather's quite bad." That's literally that is what the news is over here. But then
sometimes when I'm getting ready for work, I turn on CNN International, and there's these two British people on there, Rosemary Church and Errol. Can't think of Errol's last name. But they both have British accents and they do the news. But I think they're in London when they do it. But they do news from all over the world. They don't just do British news.
Do,
I don't know
do,
if you.
can you see the contrast then between like American news and British news?
Not with them because they do it more in an American style, but they are. I've seen on what's that station called that the BBC. I've
yeah.
seen the
Oh,
BBC
BBC,
news
yeah.
before, and yeah, it is a little more laid back.
Yeah.
For
It's
sure.
no, it's a lot more serious. Everything's a bit more like quote unquote controlled.
Except your
Mhm.
parliament where everyone jokes around.
Yeah, BBC Parliament. That oh god, I've just never.
I was
seen
really
anything
impressed to
like
hear that guns are illegal there. I did not know that.
You didn't know guns were illegal in the UK,
Oh,
and like people do smuggle them in, and I've heard stories, but this is all classified. Like
Yeah.
I've never seen a gun in my life personally, but I've heard stories that people do somehow smuggle them in. But yeah, they're illegal here.
Wow.
so let me ask you guys: have you ever met anyone famous, and how did you react to them?
I think Speedway's got a good one about Emma
I
Watson.
met Emma Watson in Uruguay here. She came here. I mean, it was a couple of months ago, and I was so excited because I love her. Like seriously,
Mhm.
she's awesome, and I catch her like you use Imperial, right? Like I don't know, like 10 centimeters, 1 meter away from me, and it was so exciting. Like I know, it was incredible. It will never happen again, but yeah, it's a one-time experience. I didn't know what to
Nice.
say. It was incredible.
So you got up close to her that you could talk to her?
No, but she gave me her autograph, and I could take some pictures and everything.
Oh wow! Did she
Yeah.
have like handlers around her to to watch her?
But she had so many. It was kind of scary to one point because they were protecting her so much. She
Mhm.
was surrounded. You could barely see her in some points.
Wow, well that was
Uh,
nice that she gave you a picture and autograph.
Yeah. It was awesome.
I don't think I've ever actually met anyone famous.
I met someone semi.
Well, now we just met Jaciel, so
Yeah, I guess we can add that to the list of one.
Yeah.
Back in eighth grade, we went to a class trip to Baltimore to the Inner Harbor, and
Mhm.
I was walking with my mom, and we were going to this restaurant, and this one woman from Fox 43 down in Baltimore stops me and asks if I want to give an interview on e-cigarettes for being directed at teens, and me being a teen,
Oh.
obviously.
Yeah.
You say yes?
Yeah.
Is this on? No, you must. You've got to show us this this
I
interview.
did a while ago.
Did you?
Yeah. It's on my Instagram. I recorded it.
Oh, I remember this now. You were in the parking lot, and she was just like, "So what do you think of e-cigarettes?" And you were like, "It's bad," and that was it.
But yeah, that's
Nice. What about you, Richard? Nothing?
I've actually met this guy who when I was like I think 7 or 8 years old, I used to really enjoy like sort of like jazz music, and I met when I went to a concert. I went to this Dave Koz concert, and I met a saxophone artist named Dave Koz. And I actually have like a few pictures back here. Like I actually also sent him a letter when I was like 5, and like he wrote back to me. It was really cool. It's actually a poster up here. I guess I could show you. It's like right up here.
Yeah.
And he sort of just signed it, and he's like, "Thank you for being my biggest, like 5-year-old fan." And yeah, so that happened. And I think I've also met a few 49ers football players, and that's about it.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I interviewed Blair Underwood once. My first celebrity interview was Branford Marcellus, who is a jazz saxophonist from the famous Marcellus brothers. His brother Wynton used to be on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, I think.
Oh.
And I've interviewed a lot of celebrities over satellite, not where I actually met them in person, but just talked to them over
Yeah.
satellite. Joan Rivers, Cindy Crawford.
Oh, really? See,
Yeah.
so those are they're like worldwide names.
Yeah. I've interviewed some of them, so it's cool.
Who's the most popular that you've interviewed?
That I've interviewed,
You better say Stray Pippo here, otherwise I'm not going to be very happy.
Straight up hippo.
But in all seriousness, who has been the most popular celebrity?
Straight up hippo. No, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. I would say, oh boy, I can't. It's all a blur to me. I can't remember anyone that stands out. But I just remember my first one was Branford Marcellus, and I was excited about that. But I can't think of anybody else since then that really stands out. Because I've done a number of celebrity interviews over satellite, like I said.
When you do the interviews, like, is there like a certain person where like you
Done Avril Lavigne too.
Oh really?
I was really nervous for that one. Yeah.
Like, do you kind of like look up to him and you're just like, what do I say? What do I? Well, you know what to say, obviously, but like, is there kind of like a sense of nervousness before going in?
Yes, total nervousness. Yeah,
Oh.
because you want them to like you, and you want them to be nice to you and give you a good interview, and not just be, bland.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. Considering I've never met any famous person in my 17 years of living on this planet.
there's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some people, some semi-famous people from distance. I mean, I wouldn't really say they're famous,
Yeah.
but nah. I mean, I'm not really there's just people in the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just people who do certain things like sing or act. I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever.
I mean, if you go to a concert, does that count? Because I went to the Aerosmith concert 1 year ago, and I met the singer, and it was kind of cool. I was really close also.
Yeah.
I actually have a video about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to concerts and stuff and met like rappers and pop artists and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but I mean, it doesn't really count because you don't actually talk to him. You're kind of just looking at him from a distance, like through a screen whilst they're on a stage. It's
But still, it's a one-time experience.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure if you guys know who Coldplay are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Chris
Yeah.
Martin.
Yeah. I went to one of their concerts before, and we were.
I like
close. Yeah.
I like them a lot. Who do you guys like music-wise?
I'm more of a heavy metal kind of guy, so heavy metal and stuff.
Okay.
I like a bit of everything, to be honest. A rap, rock, jazz, everything. Like, I don't really have like a specific music taste. Like, if you were to go on to my like playlist, it would have everything on there. It literally just depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah, same here.
Like
It's just I like everything.
Like 1 minute I can go
Yeah.
from listening to death metal, and the next minute I'll go listening to the electric light orchestra. It's kind of like a rapid change in how I feel. But,
Yeah.
We have this audio guy. We used to have this audio guy named Matt Giuliano, and he used to play heavy metal during our commercial breaks during the news, and it would drive us crazy because it's just not our type of music. So whenever somebody plays heavy metal during the commercials, we always say Giuliano.
That's kind of funny.
yeah. Like they get
So have
involved
you
with
ever
it.
wished you happy birthday, CJ, on the air?
I think when I was like 8 or something, they did a while ago.
Yeah, because guys, if you don't know, every day we wish people happy birthday on their birthdays. A lot of kids and some adults too.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
That's kind of cool.
I did that back when I was like 8 or something. I remember watching it, like just scanning for my name to come up on the screen. Just like waiting with anxiety as I get called on, and just wanting like everyone to be watching the news on that day, telling all my teachers that, hey, my name is gonna be on the news and stuff. So it's like, I was 8, and then when you go to school that day, everyone's just like shouting your name and stuff.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's amazing. And then when we don't do that, when we miss some people's birthdays, the kids get really upset.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a nice thing to do, right? Like,
It is, definitely. People like
Yeah.
to be recognized on their birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think straight up Hippo, you have a career in interviewing because you asked a lot of good questions.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I hope so too. I mean, it's not every day you meet a newscaster from the other side of the world and
Yeah.
ask him questions. So,
Yeah,
I mean-
you did a good job.
yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming on. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a week later. That was kind of my fault. I gave you the wrong times. but
That's our.
but yeah, thanks for coming on. It's
How
been an
long? How
absolute
long are you
pleasure.
guys going to be on today?
That was like 45
Uh,
minutes. From what my recording says 45 minutes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
are you
so
going to
here-
be on after this? After I hang up, are you going to be on still or no?
we'll probably be on for another 15, 20 minutes.
Our
Yeah.
episodes are usually an hour long.
What else are you going to talk about today?
Just gaming related stuff.
Cars,
Yeah,
like what's
cars
going on
and
in the
stuff.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how
Yeah.
there's a bear in downtown Allentown.
Yeah, that was
Didn't
literally
know
one of our
that.
topics.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for calling and thanks for taking the interest.
No, thank you for coming
Yeah,
here.
well,
Yeah, thank you.
if anyone's watching this and they want to go and follow Jaciel on Twitter, his link will be down in the description on all of our videos.
Yep.
Just to help a bit.
Oh, and like my Facebook page too, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know you said it's dying. I know you said it's dying, but
it's still quite popular. Yeah, sure.
It's still,
Yeah, like his Facebook page, follow his Twitter, and tweet him. I enjoyed you on Drivecast, just so he knows that you're the one that was watching from Drivecast. But yeah,
Yeah.
guys,
nice having you, Jaciel.
can we post this link on Twitter or no? This
Yeah,
interview.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you guys so much. Best of luck to you.
Yep, you too.
Thank you so
You
much.
too.
Bye.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Cheers.
All right.
mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
We had Jaciel Cordoba on Drivecast.
Oh my
Only
god,
on
this is
Drivecast.
Only on Drivecast will you see Jaciel Cordoba
Well, you'll see
Yeah.
it on 69 News as well,
and 69 News,
of course,
but
yeah.
but only if you live in the Allentown area. Like
that was Jaciel Unleashed. That's Jaciel Unleashed on Drivecast.
Yeah.
Why am I tearing my? There's this hole in my arm of my chair, and I've been just tearing away at it.
I actually really can't
CJ
believe.
started.
I actually can't believe he came on.
Yeah, same here.
That was
He
really
was so
surprising.
cool.
That was really
actually
cool as
do it.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other type of celebrity would actually do it?
Oh, Jaciel's back.
I just want to see what happens if I push the button. All right, guys. Sorry to interrupt.
It's
No,
okay.
no,
worries.
no,
Do you want me
no,
to-
no.
do
you want me
You've
to
been
hang you up?
amazing, seriously.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, see you.
Alright.
Okay, I had to hang him up. I had to hang him up because he was struggling a bit.
Alright.
I just wanted to see what happened if I pressed the button. That is one of the Drivecast quotes. What episode are we on now? Like 19?
19
Yeah,
or
we're in
20.
19.
19. Oh, we haven't actually mentioned that Richard is going to be a host now permanently.
Oh,
Yeah.
How have we missed that for 50 minutes?
yeah. Alright, everyone, we need to give him this. We need to give him the initiation.
You got to keep in mind Jaciel's still watching.
The initiation into Drivecast. You're initiated. Congratulations.
You've been initialized. But yeah, Richard's now going to be a host on Drivecast for the next
Years.
year.
Years.
And then we're going to cut him off and then kick him from
Yeah.
the group.
Yeah.
They actually
He-
signed
he
me a
actually-
contract. I'm getting
he
paid
paid- he
250,000 an episode. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And
he
in
made-
addition
he
to
made a lot of
that,
money.
we're also actually thinking about doing like a Drivecast Olympics or like a Drivecast versus. This was Speedway's idea.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're thinking about doing is we're going to go on a game like Underground 2, for example, and there'll be 5 races. So in those 5 races, we'll all race, and then at the end there'll be like a special bonus race, like which is double points, and we'll just see how how everyone does at the end of the season. I'm not sure if that's we haven't discussed it much. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds good idea. For example, making different kind of events per. It's gonna be kind of like a tournament.
Yeah.
So making or 3 or 5 circuit race, you get like 5 points to whoever wins. Then we get like, I know we get a point type of score in the situation or in the Olympics or whatever.
Should we talk
We
about
kinda-
the 4chan raid this week or next week? That's like I'm
This
struggling whether
week.
no, because if we do it this
Yes.
week, you know,
It's not
Yeah,
really like.
we should do it next
Yeah,
week.
just
I
next
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we should. Okay, we'll do it next week. Okay, so next week we'll talk about the fourth generation. Should we talk about E3 for a bit
Yeah.
before we close off the
Sure.
last 10 minutes?
Yipper.
So E3 Monday. I'm skipping day off school to go and watch it, and
That's not good, Cam. Education is.
it's the end of the
Yeah,
year.
you need
chill
your
out,
education.
bro.
You
God.
already took your exam.
Yeah.
Why do you take your exams like 10 months before you even end? It's weird.
But it was only 2 months.
Whatever. Whatever.
It wasn't 10 months. It was a
10
slight
same
difference. But yeah, E3 is upon us Monday. It starts at like 5:30 my time. You guys are watching it, aren't you?
What time's the?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
What, we should all go in a
The
call and
E3
do it.
conference. The E3 conference. I think that in your time it's at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, the EA one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
the
the EA one's at 4.
yeah the EA
Yeah,
one.
that one we need
is-
to actually like record and stuff because.
I'm planning to stream it anyway and like stream my
Yeah.
reactions. I mean, you guys are more than, you know, I'm more than happy to have you on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go on Twitch because I'm going to be at university watching it. So yeah, I'm gonna go on Twitch. I'm gonna call 4chan and.
Don't raid my E3 stream, please. Oh god, it's a hate crime. Can't do that. No one else is gonna get that joke unless they have
No.
Twitter.
Unless
I'm
they
kind of
say
scared
Twitter.
now. Hassiel's gonna look on my Twitter. Oh god.
I have no problem with that.
I don't have any problem with that, but I mean, it's a pretty hardcore place. Like,
Wait, 4chan or Twitter?
well, both.
Well, both. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, guys, just be nice to Hassiel, please. Like,
Yeah. He's a really
I just really
good guy.
hope he's actually he's a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah.
You know,
I was
besides the
like,
one
yeah,
thing
no.
he said about my background, I mean, everything else was pretty good.
He liked to joke around. and
I'm
stuff. He's
surprised he
pretty
didn't say anything about my background. Look here.
My background is messy.
What's this?
Richard is actually the only like
Messy.
nice background,
Richard
and he's
actually
got
takes pride in making his bed.
some like next level 4K camera.
Yeah,
He doesn't
totally.
have any acne.
I know.
Yeah, I do.
Tell
If
me
I
about
get
it.
fucking
God.
close.
I have here.
Oh my god, I'm in acne everywhere. I'm sweating in acne.
Oh,
I mean,
so CJ is
I-
coming
I
back.
still
That doesn't.
I'm still like confused as how he watched someone get their ass shot.
Yeah, that was.
Oh
That was
yeah.
a weird story. I've never heard about anything like that in my
It's
life.
happened before. Like, people have been shot in the buttocks a lot, but
But like, it's the fact
Yeah.
he was there and he was seeing it and he was just like, just there.
but
One thing I was cringing about during the interview is when when CJ's brother walked in.
yeah, my mom and my brother came in.
I was about to.
You didn't
laugh
even
so
mute your
bad.
mic. You didn't even mute your mic.
Yeah, you didn't mute your mic.
That's something I always
I-
forget about. All right, whenever
really
someone walks
thought
in, I
this-
can never mute my mic. It's always like, ugh.
I really thought his brother was going to come and this would turn into WWE.
Yeah, I
So
did
it's-
not want this turn to
I did not want my
WWE
brother
Hassiel
coming
was
in.
on. That would have been I thought they were gonna walk out and then your brother was gonna walk back in and he was just gonna like drop kick you and it was just
Just
game
attack
over. Like
you.
Hassiel was like, okay, I'm gone.
I thought my brother was gonna
Oh.
start talking crap.
Hassiel, he's
I think
now.
he's the cooler guy I've ever met. The coolest, famous guy I've ever met. Because Emma Watson is fine. Man, she's so cold compared to this guy. Man, he's
By the way, how's
awesome.
my hair look?
Oh man, it looks beautiful.
It's looking better than last week.
Yeah, I put more pomade in.
There's one little part here which is just a bit up.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you should-
Nuh-uh. I gotta go
Like
change
try
this.
try
I gotta
drag
go
it.
fix my
Wait.
hair.
This is something you should have done before the podcast.
Right when we are ending, like how much?
Yeah, exactly. We've
We have
got 5
6
minutes.
minutes.
What?
CJ,
On another note-
CJ, I want you to talk about how you want Black Ops 3 because before we started the podcast, we obviously
Oh, yeah, that's
topics.
right.
CJ actually wants to buy Black Ops 3.
Not,
So you've,
not at launch. I want to see if it's good first, but I'm excited for it because Black
so
Ops.
you've got 3 minutes to convince us why Black Ops 3 could possibly be a good game. Go.
It's being made by Treyarch, and Treyarch made the last 2 good Call of Duty games, Black Ops and Black Ops 2. So I know they can do it good.
So you managed to do it.
It just looks too. I wanted it to take place in the past, in like the 80s, 60s, like during the Cold War era, like Black Ops 1 did. But it looks too futuristic. It looks too much like Advanced Warfare. So I might hold off on. I will hold off on getting it, but I am still kind of excited for it because it's made by Treyarch, and Treyarch's actually good at making Call of Duty games. So yeah.
So,
I'm
I'm
in
kind
my
of.
opinion, the last Call of Duty game, the last very good Call of Duty game was Modern Warfare 2.
I'd say Black Ops 1.
Yeah, Black Ops
Wait,
1.
Black
Black
Ops
Ops
2
1
was alright.
Black Ops 1 was very good, but Black Ops 2, it was more of the same. In my
It
opinion.
was, but that doesn't mean it's bad. If it's more.
Yeah, but
same-
it's like a copy paste. It's like
I don't think it was a copy and paste. They added a lot of features in that
Black
game.
Ops 1, Black Ops 2
I
had
know.
the story mode actually had pretty good.
Oh, the story. Oh, the Black Ops story was awful. I've always hated the stories.
There was like 6
yeah, the
different
stories were
endings.
awful. Yeah.
for-
Yeah, but it's just so confusing. Like, oh my god, what are with these numbers? The numbers in his head. Do you remember
Numbers,
Black Ops
Mason!
1?
What do the numbers mean?
What do the numbers mean? And it's just like, I don't know what the numbers mean. I've been trying to work this out for the past 2 days
It's about
while I'm playing this game. I don't
conspiracies and
know.
stuff. That's what I like about it.
I mean, I preferred the Modern Warfare story.
Yeah,
I like
same
the
here,
Modern
yeah.
Warfare still, but-
At the end, when it was Makarov and he was like, chuk chuk, and he was just
I
like,
heard the green.
another day.
I thought that was Price!
Yeah, no,
I heard
Makarov was like
No,
hanging.
you said Makarov was doing...
Oh no, I meant Makarov was hanging there, and he was there like when he's like another day.
For the win.
Yeah, it was so good. I mean, I was genuinely upset when Ghost died in Modern Warfare 2.
I laughed.
I can imagine like me and you on side by side. I'm there like no, and you're there like you're dead.
It's a video game. Calm down.
Yeah, but like
When I see
not get
you
attached. Like in
again.
GTA 4, I seriously got attached to Nico.
I got attached
Oh.
to... What's his...
It's the same with movies. Like certain movies made me
I
cry.
got attached to
When I see
Robin,
you
but I
again.
ended up having him dead. Because I chose the forgive. I chose the deal instead of the revenge thing, and then Robin dies. Like in deal, Robin dies, but in
Oh, that was a sad one. Roman dies. He's out of your life forever, and had to
Lol.
restart the game.
no more bowling. No more bowling.
No more bowling. That's actually a genuine reason to do it as well.
No more bowling. Well, that's Grand Theft Auto 4 for you.
Grand Theft Auto 4 was better than 5 in my opinion.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is better than
In terms of storyline and gameplay, I think it was.
Storyline wise,
Some
Grand Theft Auto
aspects.
4 is the best, but Grand Theft Auto 5 is the best gameplay wise. At least in my
I think GTA 4 is more kind of aimed towards the hardcore crowd, as where GTA 5 is a much more casual game.
Grand Theft Auto 4
Yeah, GTA 5
Yeah.
is not diverse. The missions are this like almost the same every time. Like
Grand
they
Theft Auto
repeat a
4.
lot. The
The
missions.
fact you can't blow up a car and you can like flip it over when it's on its side,
I like
that really annoys
Yeah,
me.
like
that- yeah.
so-
Like just little things like that make it more casual, and like how you're a bullet sponge now, another thing, like that's
Yeah.
kind of annoying. I
Yeah,
just
in
prefer-
GTA 4 you had to aim.
Yeah,
Now
you did.
it's,
Grand Theft Auto 4 just felt too clunky for me.
Plus the rain looks much better in
It's like
GTA
driving
4.
and stuff, which is ugh.
I preferred the GTA 4 driving actually.
Driving and all the
No, I
like,
actually
all
hated
stuff.
driving on
There
GTA.
weren't any major big highways.
The camera was annoying. I'll say that much. The camera's better now.
I mean, GTA 4, I don't hate the driving itself. I hated flying on GTA 4. It took me so much to finish a mission on a helicopter. Like I had to repeat that mission like more than
Like-
60 times for sure.
Did you guys play Red Dead?
Nah, my brother
Red
had it
Dead,
on
nope.
Xbox 360 before he went and sold it today for the Xbox One.
So wait. And the PS3.
Yeah, and the PS3, but I never played it anymore. So
That was a mistake, my friend.
wow.
Yeah, the PS3 is actually
Welcome to the dry next gen gaming. It's so dry out here in these streets.
Welcome to the
I have
remasters
my
of
PC.
games.
Remember, I have my PC. I can play old games.
PC
as
Master
well.
Race.
You can't
Yeah.
play Gran Turismo now. You can't play Horizon 1. You can't play
I'm only
Forza
crying
4.
because I can't play Horizon 1. That's really it.
Aww.
You can't play Motorstorm. I mean, do you want to see my next gen gaming collection? Do you want to see my next gen gaming collection? Look at that. I have
Hell.
8 games.
The crew looks pretty fun.
8.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh
really-
god.
I'm getting Forza Horizon 2, so.
I think you'll enjoy it. I think that'll last you till September.
Get
When's
get
it- when
the
September?
crew for Xbox One.
I might get the
I
crew
only
for
have
Xbox One if it's
Xbox.
cheap. Just for
I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. It's not even your Xbox, is it?
It's my brother's. But I'll just steal it every once in a while and make videos on it.
It might take a while to do this,
That's
to
okay.
get the videos.
Yeah, I know.
Are we done here then? Should we end it?
In 30 seconds, then it'll be 1 hour.
I guess we can do the outro then. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Drivecast, make sure to go and subscribe to all our channels down below in the description if CJ remembers to put it in.
I always
as well.
never puts
didn't
it
put
in.
it
I was
last week.
As
I went
well
on his
as
channel
well
and investigated, and he doesn't have my name.
Facebook and Twitter.